If you want to use Tinkercad for 3D printing, the goal is to create a model that is clean, printable, and ready for your slicer without errors. In this video, I'll walk you through the full process step by step, from designing your object the right way to exporting the correct file format and then getting it ready for print. And if this tutorial helps you out, please hit like and subscribe for more easy software guides. First, open Tinkercad and start your design with printing in mind. One of the most important things to remember is wall thickness. Try to keep all your parts at least 1.5 to 2 millimeters thick. If your walls are too thin, they can break easily or fail during printing. So before you go too far with the design, always ask yourself whether each piece is strong enough to actually print. Next, check for gaps. This is a really common mistake for beginners. Zoom in closely and make sure all of your shapes are actually touching or overlapping the way you want them to. If two pieces look connected but are not really joined, your printer may treat them as separate objects. That can create problems later. To line things up properly, use the Align tool, which is activated with the L key. This is especially useful when you need parts centered perfectly or positioned with precision. Another thing to watch out for is overhangs. Try to keep your design angles under 45 degrees whenever possible. If a part is floating in midair or hanging out too far without support, your slicer may need to generate support structures to print it successfully. That is not always a bad thing, but if you can design it in a cleaner way, your print will usually come out better and need less cleanup. Once your model looks good, the next step is to make it a single solid object. This is very important for 3D printing. Select all the parts of your design by using Ctrl+A, then click the Group button or use Ctrl+G. Grouping combines overlapping shapes into one continuous object. This helps ensure the model is manifold or watertight, which means the printer and slicer can understand it properly. If your model is not grouped correctly, you may run into strange slicing issues or missing sections in the final print. After grouping, it's time to check the dimensions. Click the ruler tool and place it on the work plane. This lets you verify the size of your model in millimeters. Most 3D printers use millimeters by default, so this step is essential if you want your final print to come out at the correct scale. Always double-check the measurements before exporting, because a model that looks right on screen could be way too big or too small when printed. Now that your design is ready, go to the top right corner and click Export. For 3D printing, the most common file type is STL, so choose .stl from the export options. This format is what most slicers expect, and it's the standard for turning your Tinkercad design into a printable model. After that, open your downloaded STL file in a slicer program, such as Cura or PrusaSlicer. The slicer takes your 3D model and converts it into G-code, which is the instruction file your printer reads. This is where you can choose print settings, like layer height, infill, supports, and speed. Once the slicing is done, save the G-code to an SD card or send it directly to your printer, depending on your setup. And that's the full workflow for using Tinkercad for 3D printing. Design carefully, keep your model strong and connected, check your dimensions, export as STL, and slice it before printing. If you follow those steps, you'll save time, reduce print failures, and get much better results from your projects. If this video helped you, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more tutorials just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next guide.